Alaska, go north to Russia's own. Big Sam left Seattle and way up north. North to Alaska, go north to Russia's own. North to Alaska, go north to Russia's own. Big Sam left Seattle in the year of '92 with George Pratt, his partner, and brother Billy too. They crossed the Yukon River and found the Bonanza Gold below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked to his team of huskies as he mushed on through the snow with the northern
people in, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Hey, Adrian.
Adrian.
Miss Smith.
Great. Well done, Adrian. Thanks for coming in. We see your audio connecting.
Is he in the UK?
Yeah.
I think so. Norwich. Well, Norfolk.
Okay.
Well, is that the UK?
It was for Liverpool yesterday. Hang on, participants.
Well,
Let's have a
can't
look.
mention Manchester City Tottenham then coming up.
No comments on that yet.
Oh, please don't. It's not a big deal.
And also, but on the other hand, Adrian, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Lovely. We'll be.
Yeah, because thanks, because I'm outside. It's difficult to see you. If you admit him, can you? Great.
It's Dave's birthday, Adrian.
Dave, the cake's coming.
It's a cake's coming in. Oh, Herbert, Johnny Herbert's coming in. Johnny Herbert. It's just see what it could be, a lampshade on top of the head. Yes, it is. My favorite flavor. Yeah, it's coming in.
Adrian got his audio on.
Where is it? John.
Yes,
John.
sorry. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much for the cake. It's still being enjoyed by many, but thank you very much for
I was
helping.
up all night making that.
I know. You've been flipping working hard. And Fruity, between the two of you honestly, I feel embarrassed. It's been wonderful.
But John, if you hadn't told me how many eggs to put in it, I would never have got it right.
Oh, you're egging me on now. We were all shell-shocked this morning anyway.
Right.
Oh, great.
These old yolks are terrible.
Adrian can hear us.
Yeah, Adrian, you're there?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Charlie, you hear us all right?
Yes, I can. Yeah, gotcha.
Right.
Oh.
Charlie, your football team's in trouble, mate.
Oh, they suck.
Oh, I kept my powder dry when I saw them against Chelsea at the Emirates a few weeks ago, and I was worried about them then. Then I produced the program on Friday night, and they stank.
Yeah, I know. But at least they're not on the bottom.
Well, they're one off the relegation zone, aren't they? Off one game.
At the minute,
One game in relegation.
Yeah.
Don't fight. Relegation, don't fight.
Just before I forget, any of you that know Mickey Ward, he's seriously ill in hospital.
Oh, the butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not doing very well.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think I said the other day, Charlie, he doesn't live very far from me, and I'd not seen him on Facebook for ages.
He hasn't been on for over a month now, but he wasn't on in the first place because his wife took ill and she had a pacemaker put in. So he stayed off it. Then when she came home, he took ill, and they haven't been able to sort it out yet. He had some stomach problem, and they're saying he needs another operation, but he's not strong enough. He's on a ventilator. He's been conscious now for a couple of weeks.
Where is he, Charlie?
Somewhere in Newbury, I would think.
Yeah, he lives in Thatcham, which is just outside of Newbury.
Yeah.
But if he's really ill, They might have taken him to John Radcliffe in Oxford.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Miriam said that. I think it was local because she goes there every day.
Right.
Oh, bless her. Bless her.
That's a
flipping heck.
shame.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
shame.
I'll keep you updated anyway.
Yeah, well, if you are in communication, not that I don't think I had the pleasure of sailing with him either, Charlie, but send our best wishes if you do get any communication.
Yeah, I'll let Miriam know because she was at sea as well.
Yeah.
Right, of course,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
So, anybody live near Southend out of you guys?
Near Southend.
That'd be Brendan.
Brendan is in Kent. He's in Dover.
Okay.
That's nowhere near Southend.
Yeah, right.
Pete, does that mean you're nearer?
Oh, Alan Bacon.
No, no.
Yes.
Where about he lives in Essex?
He's in North Essex. Yeah, but that's North Essex. Walton.
I live in Thanet, and it's just across the water. Across the water. It's quite a long way, actually. In between is the Isle of Sheppey.
Oh, right. Okay.
But John, I think it's down to you for a hop, skip, and a jump. Then over to you.
What's happening in Southend, Charlie?
No, I'll be over there in about 3 weeks.
Oh, right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully
you're going to see the boys.
Yes, I'll see Roger and Willsy and his missus and that. Yeah, but I won't see Barmer. Eh?
Will you see Paddy?
Probably, but I won't see Barmer because he's not coming over from Spain. He's staying over there.
How long are you coming for?
Just 3 weeks. Yeah. Mum goes 90, so I'm just over basically to see her.
Wow.
Yeah, make sure she's all right and whatever.
Charlie, which Roger is Roger?
Roger Brumham. He was a chef on the Arcadia and the Canberra, I think, but I'm not sure about the Canberra. Yeah.
Do you know him, Hilda?
No, I'm just trying to think. The only Roger I know is Roger Sheeney.
Yeah,
I knew Roger. I worked with him on the Ark years ago.
Yeah,
back in the in the 70s.
Yeah. Well, I went there as a relief in the 70s. I did just 2 cruises, I think it was. Flew out to Australia. Was that? Yeah, that was the Arcadia. Yeah.
Was that a cover for Fred the Bread?
No, in the 70s it was doing Alaskan cruising.
Yeah.
Right.
70s. It might have been Danny McLaughlin on there then.
Danny was the head baker. Yeah,
it was.
And I want to say Trevor Shakespeare, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I like that. Trevor's a nice guy. Yeah.
I don't know about
Fred the Bread was on The Sun, wasn't he?
Fred the Bread.
Yeah, he did. I think it was one trip. I went home on leave, and I got a phone call from the office to say that I was being taken off.
Right.
Which I said, well, why? So they said, well, we think you well, the reason was, I know what the reason was, but they didn't come out with that, was because the overtime was always so high. Anyway, they put Fred on there to sort it all out. Well, Fred made the biggest cock up that was ever known, I think. And the next thing is, the office is phoning me up, and I'd already got the word from Malcolm that what was going on, that they were going to get me to go back. But they didn't just want me to go back; they wanted me to do an extra month. So it brought the leave program back into plan, which meant 5 months. So it was the secretary that phoned up, and at the time I was actually in Brighton staying with Malcolm, and Peter Pratt was there as well. And Peter was driving round to Southampton. Anyway, they phoned Malcolm's address, and I said to the secretary about, well, I don't really want to go back. I said, it's not the easiest ship to work on. And I said, I think I've done my spell on there. I said, I'd like a change of ship. So she said, oh, I can't answer that. You'll have to see Mr. Shepherd. So anyway, I got a call back. Would I go out to the office as Mr. Shepherd would like to see me? So Peter was coming back to Southampton to see his parents. So he brought me round in this car and dropped me off at the offices. there at the door was to meet me was Freddie Klass, the superintendent chef at the time, and taken up to Eric's office, all very polite and very nice and whatever, shaking hands. Hope you've enjoyed your leave, Mr. Herbert, etc., etc. So he said, I believe you're not happy about going back to the Sun. I said, well, no. I said, it's not the easiest ship to work on. I said, I never seem to be doing anything right. And I said, I've got 1/3 baker with me on days. I said, you keep sending out first trips. I said, I haven't got a clue. I said, there's only me and him and a pastry chef, one Goanese baker and one Goanese assistant. I says, and we got 700 odd passengers to cater for. I said, I'm working all hours under the sun. And that time I was on compensation pay. I said, I'm paid for 10 hours a day. I said, most days I'm working 12 and 14. He said, well, he said, I don't know what's wrong with Mr. Brand. He said, but he's refusing to do this, that, and the other. He says, and they all want you to go back. So I said, well, I'll go back. I said, but I says, I don't like the cabin. I said, well, what other cabin could you have? So I said, well, I said, there is one. I know Kevin's not going to like this because I think he was in there at the time. I said, which is up in the officers' accommodation, which is where I normally am. I said, non-par senior, I said, to a printer. So he said, well, he said, we sometimes have female printers. He said, so we need a single berth cabin. I said, well, I'm in a single berth cabin anyway. I said, but if you bring that into it, I said, you're bringing sexual equality into it. So that sent the hands up in the air and all the rest of it. Anyway, I did agree to go back, but they did agree to giving me a second baker on days instead of a third baker, and one or two other things that was on the menu that they said they would buy in to make the job more workable. And so I went back. I joined it in San Francisco in the floating dry dock there, and was heaved up over the side on a crane in the basket or in the whatever it is, and came into the mess room, and there's a big sign up there, welcome back Hilda, and a big cheer. So that was my return back to the Sun, where I stayed until it was all taken off in I think it was 82.
Hilda, thanks very much for that, because we never hear all these stories. But now, Hilda, this story of yours, which has been very, very interesting to hear, since you started it, we've trebled the actual occupants on the bar stool since then. So we do want to thank no, Hilda, brilliant. But thank Gizzy and Malcolm, Blackpool Bob, and Mandy. Get back in your car, or we won't recognise you. Welcome to the crew bar as well.
And I was going to say, very happy birthday, you young thing, you.
Thank you.
I'm still trying to sort out my plumbing camera's gone tits up here. So,
have you seen the cake that Hilda made with Fruity? Fruity's been putting a lot of effort into that cake.
Oh, I say,
it's lovely. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my Lord, he's fallen off his bike again. Lovely, fabulous.
It's another Ukrainian cake.
Good evening, everyone.
Brilliant.
Evening.
Hi, brilliant.
Happy birthday, by the way. Sorry, I might be a little bit quiet tonight. I've had a rather long afternoon today, which was totally unplanned and unprepared for, but
so unlike you, Gizzy.
I know. Madam gave me leave of absence. She said she'd look after the dog while I caught up with a few old friends.
Excellent.
Did it involve alcohol, Jim?
Strictly beer, Stephen.
Strictly beer.
Nothing else.
Who've we got on now? There are a couple of incognito.
I know.
Bobbo again.
There's Bobbo.
Bobbo.
Guys.
Don't believe it. And
The
Phil.
boss
The boss.
Phil's the boss.
And here comes the caveman. You can tell him all about his cabin when he comes on.
The caveman's coming in. He's heard about the latte.
Evening, Philip.
Good evening.
Phil,
How are we?
Phil, are you
Hi there.
checking in on Tuesday at the Regal Princess?
Hey?
Are you checking in at the Regal Princess on Tuesday?
I don't know yet.
Right. Might be surprised because I'll be there.
What are you going to be doing there?
I'm
You
going back on there for another 4 days.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Is it the same? Is it the same sort of thing we did, Steve?
Yeah, Jim. Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly the
brilliant.
same, right? Yeah.
I'm very envious.
Yeah.
We were going to go to the Lake District, but they wanted like 100 quid a night each for a bed and breakfast. I said, I forget it. We might as well go back on the Regal Princess. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Very
Oh,
good.
yeah, maybe
Who else is going with you?
my partner, Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Steve, it didn't inform anybody else, boss.
We
No,
didn't,
he didn't. No.
I wonder why.
We didn't decide to book until Friday. We only booked on Friday.
Well, I don't know whether you
Malcolm wants to talk.
Did you read the voyage report from that cruise you lot did?
No.
No, we did not.
No, it makes
you
interesting
inform us?
reading.
Can you inform us?
Yeah.
Who's that lot?
It's
Hey.
When
Andy,
you go,
Andy Statham.
Andy
Oh
Statham
my God.
and Caveman. Good to see you, Caveman.
And Malcolm wanted to say something.
All it was, Steve. I followed your information you displayed on the Regal. It looked like you had a great time. Now, we were on the Britannia on the 29th of July for the 3 nights, and we're going back on the Britannia this Sunday coming for the 4-nighter. I just thought, like yourself, probably, they're very good value for money.
Yeah.
oh yeah, superb. Yeah, value for money, absolutely top class.
Where's that sailing from, Malcolm?
It's literally sailing, same as Steve and Dave and all the went on the Regal. By the way, I saw the Regal Princess. Looks absolutely beautiful. Sailing from Southampton and literally going towards Land's End, and I believe they're going to do a little round the Scilly Islands and towards Lundy and back. No port of call, just at sea, enjoying the sea life.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Have you heard of Morella Cruises?
Yes.
TUI, yeah. I worked on there yesterday.
Discovery.
It's a pretty old ship, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the old celebrity ships, isn't it?
Thompson,
Oh,
isn't
is
it?
it? Oh, right, okay.
It's
She
what
was
was
busy. A lot of people.
Really?
Yeah.
That, what's her face was on that? McDonald. What's her name?
Jane McDonald.
Jane McDonald. That's the one they filmed that program on the cruise.
Yeah, she was on the TV last night.
Yeah.
Kevin, you're on mute.
Caveman, put your microphone on.
Kevin, you're mute.
There you go.
Yeah, you're on. You're on.
There you
There
go.
he is.
Hey!
Hey, how you doing?
Coming in thick and fast now.
Kevin.
Where's
Yeah.
that Andy Statham's disappeared?
It has.
Where's stage
but-
lady gone?
He was there a minute ago.
Did anyone say hello to him?
Disappeared.
He's coming back
comes.
now.
He's coming
Just
back
let
in.
him in.
Yeah,
Coming back.
yeah. It's just coming back in.
All right. So
Joanna used to call him
Caveman,
Andy Stage Lady.
One question for Caveman. When you were on the Sun Princess, did you enjoy your accommodation?
Most comfortable.
Most comfortable. Look,
Big Andy.
yeah. What's that bloody noise? Bloody
nothing
hell.
to do with me.
Not me.
Is that Ollie's pocket or the washing machine?
It sounds like a toilet going.
That's me,
Oh,
guys.
it's like a telly.
Ciao, Angelo.
Someone
Right,
say hi
welcome.
to Mr. Stageman. He's been in twice.
Good evening. I'm here now.
Hello, Andy.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
good to see you. How you been?
Andy,
I'm all right, fine. Thanks. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
The
Good.
weather's not looking great down there, Andy.
He's gone.
Where's he
Gone.
gone? Looking a bit
He's,
dull.
he's muted. Oh, no.
You can ask me about
There
his
we
sea
go.
life, David.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Good, good. Are you both all right, Andy?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Tracy,
No, I'm
good.
fine. Yeah. No, Tracy's. Her boys are. It's her twin boy's birthday this weekend, so she's out with them tonight.
Oh, it's Andy and the argy bargy in the kitchen. Now I know. Okay.
Did she go to Stamford Bridge yesterday with them?
No. Unfortunately, Tottenham had a good day today.
It's
okay. It's okay, Pete. Bloody hell.
It's never going to last, John.
No, I know. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's all good. It's all good.
Love it. Oh, great. Anyway, now, Bobo, are you in the bedroom on your exercise bike now?
No, I've given the bike a bit of a break.
For goodness sake. He was on his bike this morning down in Australia. Well, not in Australia, but on the Aussie Crew Bar. And he was on his bike with his helmet on. And it was great. And we can hardly recognise him now.
I know. My hair's getting long. I got totally lost this morning after the cruise bar in Australia. I didn't know where I was. I did an extra 10 miles to my trip. So.
Well, you got no sympathy from Pete Stevens, did you? You didn't
know.
No,
Pete Stevens was no help whatsoever.
Not quite the same as what happened to me the other week when I was going down to Dave's. I missed the turn off on the motorway and ended up in bloody Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire. Oh, I'm happy. I wasn't a
remember the turning this week, Steve?
I will, yeah. I will. Well, we're going to go early Tuesday morning, 6 o'clock Tuesday morning. We should be down there before 12.
We're open for a coffee and a croissant if you want one, Steve. If you get that lost going through Southampton.
Well, Dave, who knows? I might miss the ship. We might be coming to yours after all.
Oh, hang on.
Don't forget, Steve, to find out the reports of how we were accepted or rejected for the 4 days we were there.
Yeah.
If any of them remember us.
Yeah, in actual fact, I've just messaged Ralph.
Oh, have you?
Bringing to the tip for him while we were coming on. Just thanking him for what he did for us last time, and if he wanted us to pick anything up for him. But I've had no reply as yet.
I think
that basically
he won't answer right away. Steve, he won't answer right away.
Someone turn the TV off. I think it's Andy.
Angelo.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who's got the telly on?
Yeah, but it will take a while before he answers.
Yeah, I said that we're going back on board. We're doing another cruise on Tuesday.
Oh, when are you doing that?
Tuesday.
Oh my God, you must really like it.
It was very good.
No,
are you going on the same trip?
Angelo,
Yeah.
it was the cheapest holiday he could get.
From the Lake District.
Happy birthday, David.
Steve, have you got a bar credit this time?
Yeah.
Are you going to use your own bar credit this time, Steve, or use ours?
I was going to use Gizzy's, but because he gets it for nothing.
Steve, when you're on there, check who's the maitre d', Steve. When you are on there, check for who's the maitre d', okay?
There are 2 or 3 different restaurants. We're not sure who the maitre d' was. I'll find out this time.
He's in charge of the whole ship. The maitre d' is in charge of the whole ship. Doesn't matter where you eat.
Who's the one you're thinking of?
The food and beverage fellow was called Peter, who he's from Portsmouth, but he lives and married to a Ukrainian.
Oh, Peter. I don't remember Peter, no.
Who's
Dawson, Dave?
What's the maitre d's name, Angelo?
Peter, the tall guy.
Yeah, was it Dawson?
New person coming in.
Could have been.
New person coming in.
Yeah.
No.
Hogan's coming into land from all the way from Ireland. Hello there.
I don't see an Hogan there.
Angelo, why are you there? What is this maitre d's name you're thinking of?
I don't know. I know quite a few of them.
All right. Okay.
I'm quite very good friend with quite a few maitre
Angelo,
d's.
I'll just mention your name.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah.
You can't do that 2 times in a row.
Okay.
I got a cabin upgrade, Angelo.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
Yeah. It's in a suite.
Oh, you got a suite?
Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And how long is the cruise? 3 days, 4 days?
4 days.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good.
Change Noel's
Noel.
name.
Hello,
Hey, Noel.
Noel.
Hello,
Mr.
everybody.
Hogan.
I'll change your name. The others can't do
Bob,
it.
what's them drinks called, Bob?
You what?
What's those drinks called? Capri
Capri Oscar.
Capri Oscar.
Yeah.
Right. I've got to have one, I've been told.
Every day.
Around
Every
several.
day.
Capri Oscar.
Got to take your own lime, Steve.
Well, Dave's got plenty up.
Go down to Lidl. Isn't that the place to go to, Bob?
It certainly is, yes. Yes.
But it's so popular, they ran out yesterday.
I know.
no.
Leamington Market bought them all.
Well, I got a bag full. Ever since you put it on the net, Bob, they've sold out.
You've got to go second class to go to Sainsbury's.
Oh, dear.
Hey, we should get a what's it on that, shouldn't we? You know, right of supply. Yeah.
Noel, it's lovely to see you.
Thank you, Dave. My apologies. I was missing. I had my son home from San Francisco for 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I had my daughter home for 2 weeks.
One in Australia?
No, both these two are in San Francisco. The one in Australia won't be allowed out.
No, they're stuck there. Just like Bobo could never go home.
She's been held hostage out there.
Never going home.
That's right.
You're never going home, Bobo. You're stuck.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
No, Colonel, we're stuck with Bobby. Bobo.
Sounds like the cat.
Carry on drinking, Mr. Inge.
Yeah.
Mandy, it's a special day, and thank you very much.
Noel, how do you do it? How do you do it? Getting rid of your kids abroad?
They all just run away. They come home every now and again to see.
Let me into a secret. I've been trying to get rid of mine for years.
I thought you got one in DC, Gizzy.
Yeah, he's okay. He's in DC. He only comes back at Christmas.
One's in DC and one's in AC, did you say?
The other one's just proved a point. He got married 2 weeks back. It made me feel better.
Please
don't.
Someone's got the telly on.
I must admit, Noel, I don't see mine enough, to be fair. I wish I saw more of them.
Yeah.
I do miss them.
Of course. And hopefully they miss you too, Gizzy.
Well, usually when they want something, they get in touch.
That's for sure.
Dad, have you got?
For sure.
Dad, can you do?
Yeah.
Love them to bits.
I've got my sister up here for a couple of days at the moment. I've not seen her for 2 years, and she lives in Cosham.
My phone's ringing.
Where does she live, Mandy?
Cosham near Portsmouth.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And she and her hubby have just yesterday morning got off the Golden Horizon. They had 11 days on that tall square-rigged sailing cruiser thing.
Where were they sailing?
Oh, just down the south coast. I think Plymouth, Poole, Scilly Isles.
Yes.
Did they get ashore?
It's between.
She did get ashore a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right,
I mean, beautiful looking ship. But yeah, it's one of those huge, tall, square-rigged.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's like a replica of a 1700s ship or something, but yeah, marvelously luxurious inside.
Yeah.
That was probably Dave's first ship.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
We're getting Noel back in again.
Yeah, I know. And I got to talk to Dave. So Dave, help me out when we do have some audio problems, like televisions in the background.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know who's watching telly.
Well, no, what the heck?
Yeah.
That is Andy's device. When he moves it, the mic does that noise. So Andy's station, there's a noise there.
Well done, Andy.
I think it was Noel's.
It could be the rain. It could be the rain on the conservatory roof.
No. If you don't touch it, we're good. And everyone had their tellies off in the background, please.
There's no telly in the background.
Okay, all right, we're good. We're good.
Has anyone got their washing machine on the second cycle yet?
No, because you could fall off of it.
Theo, who's that with you in the picture?
Alfie 7.
Alfie, yeah, right.
Oh, Alfie.
Yeah.
Where is he? Where is he?
Oh, Alfie, yeah.
Back of feet.
Oh, lovely.
Who's that?
Andy.
Oh, Andy's not
No,
moving.
I think it's Noel.
Definitely you, Stageman.
I
Andy.
think it's Andy.
Not Andy. Put your hands in the air, Andy.
I think it's Noel.
I'm just going to check and see if it's next door. Excuse me 1 second.
It's not.
It's Taffy, isn't it? Here's Taffy.
Coming in. Here's Taffy.
Hi, Taffy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
There we go. He's the only one lights up.
I muted him, so I proved it was him.
It wasn't. He had his hands in the air.
If you muted him, you get no signal from him.
No, I muted him.
It wasn't him, John.
Yeah, it was.
He was waving his hands in the air.
I know, but it doesn't matter. I muted it and it came back on, so it was. Trust me.
Andy, log out and come back in.
Okay.
Noel's on twice.
Oh, yeah. How do you manage that?
Bloody Dave's gone. He wants me
Yeah,
to be
he still
the
got the
bad guy.
noise. He still has the noise.
Okay, so I can mute him there. See, and it's no noise. So it's Andy. It's his device.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Andy, just log out and come back in again.
John, mine is showing record.
Only to make a good imagination, bringing that into action.
Okay, all right.
Andy
Someone's
didn't
got the
have
telly on.
TV on.
No, someone else has got the telly on, but it's all right.
Not me.
Should I be showing record? Should I be showing recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's watching that documentary on TV? It's really good, isn't it?
I won't move. I won't move. I just stay where I am. Please.
Yes, yesterday we had our neighbours invited us. It was a lovely sunny day. We were invited round for a barbecue with friends of theirs from Stoke, who we all know from many years back. So it was a lovely gathering. And I was just chatting. And I said, I was having a real good chat. Everyone else is going up to get their food, and I said, "Look, hang on, isn't it about time we went and got some jarry?" And he looked around and said, "What are you on about?" I just didn't have time to explain. I said, "But it is boner." Oh dear. Thanks. Anyway, cheers to everyone, and lovely to see you all in the crew bar.
Sorry.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Did you finish off, Dave? Did you finish off the conversation with Kevin about his latte on the
about his boner latte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten about that.
It was not.
You know us, John.
You didn't. You only knew the first cave. Then when they moved me in between the coxswains, I had the second cave.
Oh, you had a second cave. Hilda, where was your cave? Was yours between the coxswains?
No, opposite the coxswains.
Woo! You have to pay extra for that.
No, they moved.
Stand the man and Arthur Keatings.
Can I ask
Get him buggy.
Hilda's lattes, seriously. After we left the Sun, Pat and I went on a cruise on the Canberra, and Hilda was on board as obviously as the master baker, or with P&O and on the Canberra. and we got invited down for a drink before dinner. And Pat and I, Julie went down and found his cabin. Lovely. I mean, it was a brilliant cabin. It was a long, if I remember right, it's a long way into it. And then the cabin was there with a lovely, it was a beautiful portholes and plenty of space.
It was a window.
It was a Bonalatti. So Hilda,
have you ever seen the film Diamonds Are Forever?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the end of it, the villains, they used the Canberra. It's supposed to be sailing from New York. I was on there at the time, but it was all done in Southampton. But when the Canberra's sailing, you see the two villains at two portholes. Well, one was my cabin in my there, and the next one along was the chef's cabin. And as the ship
really?
sailed, there they are with their face at the windows at the portholes.
Oh, I'll have to go and watch it again now.
Yeah. And you were standing behind the builder.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, when
called broccoli, I think.
The bevy, Hilda said, "Oh, do you want a bit of bubbly?" We said, "Oh yeah, that'd be nice." So out came a bottle of Lauren Perrier, if I remember rightly. Wonderful, nicely chilled, and it was there in the bucket. Out came the three of us. So we're just having a few little drinks from that. And then Hilda said, "Well, that's not enough, is it?" So out came bottle number 2. And then so we're starting, this is still with only the three of us. And she said, "Oh, hang on." I said, "Dinner's going to be cold in a minute." "Oh, you don't want to worry about that." Out came bottle number 3. Bloody hell. Pat and I were absolutely legless. And we get in, Pat and I are just doing the conga between the two of us to get into the restaurant, and we were absolutely well bevied. But thanks very much, John. It was a brilliant night. Fantastic.
That was my pleasure.
Yeah, fantastic.
I had Sammy and Pat down there one time when they done a cruise after they retired. I was the only one that entertained them. Everybody else ignored them, sadly enough.
I wonder why.
You're kidding.
I wonder why.
I wonder why,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had retired. He was on there doing a cruise, and it was embarrassing, really, because he said to me, and he must have known what the answer would be. He said, "Do you think I could have a look around the galley, John?" Well, at that time, there was all this thing about, people not allowed in the galley and all the rest of it. So I said, "Well, I'll have to get it cleared." I said beforehand. I said, "You know what the situation is." And I think he knew then that it would be knocked back. And Steve Mann was the TP. And when I said to him, he said, "No, he knows the rules."
Every time he goes in the galley, he causes havoc. So,
yeah. But no, I mean, I had a big Barney with him on the Sun Princess. Or not long after he became captain. I think I've mentioned this story before, but after that, we got on like Elsevier. I couldn't do nothing wrong. I mean, after I did this Barney with him, and it was on galley rounds, and the next time he came round, he said, "Oh, we won't bother with John's place. That's always clean," and walked on.
Oh, brilliant.
Good one. John Ginty's just been in contact saying that he's waiting a call from the UK. Apparently, his sister's not well, but he'll be in soon. Not tonight.
Okay.
Is that Trembles? Did you say, Pete?
No, John Ginty. Las Vegas, John.
Oh, Johnny Vegas.
Johnny Vegas.
Just as a matter of interest, how many of us are going to this pensioners' lunch in a couple of weeks?
We put our hands up every flipping week.
No, he wasn't there this morning.
Yeah. I've had an afternoon in the battle cruiser, Dave. I'm a bit.
Mr. McCullum's coming as well now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Quite a collection, I think.
Are you going, Adrian?
No.
John, you're going, aren't you, John?
No, I won't be able to. I was booked to go and paid, but I got an appointment, medical appointment, which I did try to change it, but I couldn't get it to be booked not before December. So I thought I'd better take this appointment, and I've had to cancel my place, sadly.
Is your ticket up for grabs on eBay?
I think Dukes has already got rid of that.
Philip's the booking manager.
Hey?
You're the booking manager, aren't you, dear?
No, I'm not. Only for one table.
That's the best table, Phil.
Charlie, what date are you coming over?
2nd of September.
That's the day, isn't it?
That's the day before.
What
That's
day?
3rd of September, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the pensioners' lunch is on the 3rd of September, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Southampton.
Okay, yeah.
Are you over then, Charlie?
I'll get over on the 2nd.
Yeah.
Wow, well, I mean, it's obviously down to your circumstances, but flipping heck, that would be lovely if you were able to.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a rush.
I just sent Colin Doughty the link to his email because he's got problems again.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I've just had a WhatsApp from him.
I had a problem getting. Well, that's to do with Zoom. I can't control that, but
yeah, okay. Yeah, I had to type it all in.
Is the hotel you're booked in the Ibis?
Yes, it's next door.
Yeah.
It's number 6.
Yeah, I've got in there.
Are you going on the Thursday as well, Pete?
Yeah, going on the Thursday
brilliant.
now.
Yeah, we'll meet up and have a few scoops, yeah?
Silly not to. Silly
Are you taking your missus?
No.
Because Alan Bacon and Munson and myself will be down there as well.
On the Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, we'll have to meet up somewhere. I've got the missus with me, but she's okay. Steve and Dave will tell you she's okay.
Yeah, we can vouch for that because she's
got a glass of Prosecco. She couldn't give a toss.
She's great. Yeah. Oh dear.
Lovely.
Well, Bobo, you'll still be here, won't you?
Yeah, I'm still around. I'm moving around a bit. I'm next Friday. I'm in London, going to Royal Victoria Dock, where I have the flat with my son. There for a few days. Then I'm Portsmouth and Southsea. Then I'm Croatia. I've just booked a trip, and also Cyprus. So my dates are all over the place. I have to have a look at these dates, and I'll mind of meeting up. Just depends where I am.
Yeah.
Well, that noise is coming again.
Bloody noise.
Yes, Andy.
It's not your rear tire deflating, is it?
No, it's still up.
It's definitely Andy. Andy, it's you.
Look, don't keep blaming Andy.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. No, he said Mandy.
Not Mandy, Andy.
Yeah, you'd be getting a complex to this Andy.
I know.
Bobo, whereabouts in Croatia are you going?
My son's just booked. It's Splits, is it? Or Split?
Yeah.
That's a
5 nights on the 28th of August.
Yeah,
you'll have a
fantastic time.
Yeah, I've never been there. And also I booked
Brilliant.
To this morning, I booked from the 29th of September to the 8th of October in Cyprus, Polis.
Where?
Polis. It's it's Polis, I think. Yeah. So I got a good deal on that.
I might be in Cyprus on the 6th of October.
6? Okay. Well, I come back, fly back, Steve, on the 8th of October.
And you're staying where?
I'm staying. I'm sure it's called Polis. It's about an hour from the airport.
Polis. Which airport are you flying to?
Papos, is it?
Papos.
Yeah, there.
Right.
So
we'll have to see how it goes. I've not booked it yet, but I'm meant to be going to a wedding.
Oh well, let me know if It's a real coincidence because this morning my best schoolmate from Kenilworth in Warwickshire, you wouldn't believe he's got a house in Cyprus. He's had it for a number of years. He hasn't been out for a year. But when I booked my flight, I didn't know, but he's flying on the same flight as me on the 29th of September. But I'm all over the place. I'm going back to London on Friday. So, so I love London.
Donut.
You should explain yourself, Bobo. Barbara, you should explain yourself. The reason that you've got plenty of lolly was you got made redundant from the University of Sydney. You can tell them that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is calling.
Yeah, it's a long time at the University of Sydney, 25 years.
Yeah, you got redundancy, so he's okay, Barbara.
Yeah. So my ex-wife got most of it now.
There you go,
Don't they all?
Yeah, don't they all? Tell me about it.
Yes,
Johnny,
Peter,
at
they
least
do.
I'm helping you with your beer money.
Yeah.
There you are.
Colin.
Hello.
Okay, Colin. So in future, every week I will send you the link to your email. That seems to work, right?
John, I have no idea why I can't get in. Hang on, Louise is going to talk to you. Hang on a second.
John, it's not the link that's the problem. It's that when we've gone past the link and we've put in the meeting ID, it then comes up with the passcode. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it doesn't always do that.
Okay. So how did you get in this time? Well, on the second time I sent it?
Keep going out and coming back. So whatever you did, whether you reset it or did something at your end, I don't know, but it recognised us and let us in. If it doesn't recognise us, it keeps sending that. Please put in a code. Yeah?
Okay. Well, there's two ways of doing it. In the future, I'll send both ways of doing it. There's the link and the invitation, which has the passcode. So I'll do that next time.
All right, John.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Louise, if you just go into Zoom and go into join a meeting, there's a little arrow. And
I know. I did that, Fruity.
If you click on that, it'll have John Kling's thing.
Yeah,
if you just click on that, it'll take you straight in.
No, did that
It didn't work for me.
several
It doesn't
times.
work.
It doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work, Fruity.
You have to have the ID number.
Yes,
thank you. You need the ID number.
You need the ID number.
We can move on.
We've got a shit computer. We need to change it. So.
We can move on.
Nothing wrong with the computer. It's the operator.
That's me.
Yeah.
She's having a dig at me, isn't she, eh?
Actually, Dave, you've got a question for Donut, right? David?
I have got a question.
Yeah.
Someone is not one about where babies come from.
To make sure he has the end of this show.
It's the only reason Colin's come back, because he wouldn't come back on the show, on the crew bar, if he didn't have the end of the show story. And he knows he wouldn't come back. There's no way. So Colin, thanks for coming back, because we know there'll be a very good end of the show story.
I'll try for you.
And Colin, you would have been invited in about 20 minutes ago, but we did a hands up and it wasn't in favour.
Okay.
I said we won't get an end of the show story, so everybody put their hands down. Oh dear.
All right.
That's all right.
Andy, are you and Tracy going to the lunch?
Sorry, say again.
And you and Tracy going to the lunch?
The what? On the lunch? No, we're on the 1st of September. We're going on the Regal Princess to Belfast.
Oh, right.
We're doing the cruise to Belfast and back.
Oh, hey, that's right. It's going all the way up to Belfast, Liverpool, and all that, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going just go. We go Southampton, Belfast, and back again.
Don't mention our names. No, it's not exactly Palm Island, is it?
No, it's not the same. No, we're gonna do the Titanic Museum, I think, when we get to Belfast.
It's really good. I went there about a month ago. You'll enjoy it.
It's really brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good.
Yeah, we're gonna do so.
Make sure you get the city tour. It's fantastic. It goes through all the different areas. Just make sure you wear a bulletproof vest when you're going.
Yeah, I've got a Kevlar vest ready.
A quick trip down the Falls Road.
Yeah. If that doesn't work, go down to Shankill. Now the museum is fantastic. Make sure that museum is one of the best I was ever in. Yeah. I had a great week up there 2 years ago. Fantastic.
Andy, I don't want to spoil things, but the Titanic Museum, there is a very sad ending. But that's another story.
We all know how that
holes. What's that noise?
That's the Titanic.
We know all about it.
The Titanic.
If I mute Andy, it will go away. See, told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Can you can hear us though, can't you, Andy?
Yeah, he can hear us. Yeah. And he can unmute himself when he wants to talk, and then mute. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Whatever you do, Andy, don't mention our names on the Regal Princess. That right, David?
That's right. And Bob.
What?
That's all I wanted to hear.
Yes. Andy, if I can recommend anything, it's well worth the extra cost for the Crown Grill. Am I right, lads?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Bang on. Bang on.
You must have a night at the Crown Grill, mate. It's worth every penny.
Definitely.
How much was it? Gizzy, how much was it?
$29, wasn't it?
$29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's fantastic. It was really good.
And we got the VIP room though.
Oh yeah, the wine
Yes,
room,
we
yeah.
did, yeah. But it was absolutely superb, wasn't it?
Well,
So, can I ask a question? Are all the Princess Cruises ships sailing for UK? Are they all working in US dollars? Are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because P&O were in sterling, as you probably know anyway. How did you find it with the US dollars? No problem.
Well, everything was included.
we didn't have to pay anything.
You have to
apart
pay
from
anything.
The dining.
Oh, right. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
All inclusive.
Yeah,
drinks,
no.
everything.
No cash transactions anymore.
No.
No.
No handbag.
Yeah, Nancy.
No handbag.
Only $188.
Who said that? Nobody said that.
And he
Oh.
got paid that in dollars.
Dave, was any of the crew doing the pilot sweep?
I don't think I got the brains to do it, Noel.
We tried the crown and anchor, but we didn't get away with that one, did we?
When I was on the Arsova, that was my job every port we got to, go up on the bridge and get the first officer to sign a chitty what time the pilot came on board.
Yeah.
I won't tell you about the rest of the story.
Who won the jackpot bingo?
Huh?
Who won the jackpot bingo?
Oh, we
Cruise director.
No.
That's true.
He's not on, is he?
Always
Today?
did.
That's why he lives in Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting back to the cash thing on the ships. When I did the Olympics in 2012 in London, as Stagecoach were bus driving everybody around, and we stayed on the one of the Fred Olsen line ships in London, and if we wanted a drink or anything like that, you could not pay cash for it. It was all on your stateroom or cabin, whatever you want to call it. And there was no transaction of cash whatsoever, except you had to pay by card when you went to pay your money.
Well, Pietro Corsi was the one who started that for all the cruise lines.
Okay, all right.
Pietro Corsi.
Yeah,
Okay.
Colin, most cruise lines now, P&O and Princess,
Yeah.
you buy the drinks package.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you pay at the beginning is what you pay. That's it.
That's it.
Well, you pay for a package.
Okay.
They say it covers, say, 15 drinks a day.
Well, I think out the Regal Princess, and it's like 50 quid a day for a drinks package per head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I thought, can I do 50 quid?
Someone's ripped you off there, mate. 30 quid a day.
It's $200 odd worth a day you're allowed.
I tell you what, you struggle to drink it.
$200.
15 drinks up to
Okay.
the value of $10 a drink you're allowed.
$12,
At $12.
Excuse me, I've lost track of how much we pay for drinks these days. How much are drinks on a duty-free ship then?
$10 a
No
drink.
cheaper than here, Colin.
They're cheaper than here, are they?
No cheaper than here.
No cheaper.
More expensive.
No.
I mean,
More
down here
expensive.
we pay £5 a pint for
If
beer.
you pay £5 a pint, you're going to pay £5 a cocktail or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the average price for a cocktail in Las Vegas, and Noel will tell you this, is between $15 and $20 a drink.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I went to New York a few years ago, and we had, I think, about 3 or 4 drinks in the bar one night. It was over $150.
So they still have that system in Vegas. If you're playing the tables, drinks are free.
Yeah, as long as you play, drinks are free in Vegas.
Still that system, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's changed. It's changed a bit, Capeman. But I tell you what, when me and Mrs. Kling went on Crystal cruises, and we had the butler, that was great because the guy brought 5 bottles of booze to the cabin every day.
Every day?
That's good.
No, I'm exaggerating. But the first day, he asked me what I wanted. I said, I'll take a Stoli, a Bailey's, and something else. And it lasted me the whole cruise. Yeah. Yeah.
How much was a can of all stops?
Haven't heard that one for years.
No, you got a free church key with it.
What were they called? The Regal Princess was about $6.75 for a bottle of beer.
On Britannia.
What's it called? A church key.
Yeah, church key.
On Britannia,
What's it called? A church key.
Yeah, Phil Butcher at lunchtime, time for drinking the old wine glass and the church key and the can of all stops. Charlie Longwell and yourself, Phil. Remember that up on the on the Orchides, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Good time, yeah.
Riverina Bar.
Always trying to beer out of a wine glass, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
On Britannia, can I just say, on Britannia, which I suppose is the same with all P&O ships, we found a regular pint of bitter or lager was about £4.75. But what we found, I don't know if it's the same with Princess Cruises, you're allowed to embark with a litre bottle each onto the ship, but they say you should consume it in your cabin. But what I found, because sometimes we go on board, we probably take about 3 or 4 litres, and they're so big getting people on board. You know? So what we're going to actually do then, Dave,
Mute Andy. Oh, there we go.
Andy, whatever that is you've got running is making a hell of a noise.
Yeah, he's got a malfunction in his iPhone. That's okay. Just needs to get a new one.
Hey, and another thing there, if you were paying for your drinks, paying for them on the Royal or the Regal Princess, every drink you buy, there's an 18% service charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's correct. Everywhere
If
now.
you have the package, it's all included.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, the package is the best way. I know we went on the Sapphire Princess a few years ago, and it said 15 drinks a day.
That's correct. Yeah.
Quite a job to drink them.
Oh.
And they didn't check it all the time anyhow.
So with the 15 drinks, would that include some wine at dinner?
No, by the glass.
By the glass.
All by the glass.
What's the value of $12?
What we found, Colin, is if you had a bottle of wine and it was $25, you had to pay the difference between the cost of a drink and the bottle. So if
well, that's
glass of
fair
wine
enough.
was 10, you paid $15.
Yeah. Okay, that's
But it's actually better. It's actually better to drink it by the glass than the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you, in the restaurant, Jim, what they did, you got 20% off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But you still had to pay the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those 15 drinks, you guys will go through that by lunchtime.
Yeah. Kev, Bloody Mary's at lunch that day. That was 30 years ago. Perhaps not now.
Caveman, you say that, but we didn't. We almost found it difficult to drink those 15 drinks.
Really?
Yeah, I agree actually, because we used to have about 3 or 4 Bloody Marys a piece at lunchtime, didn't we? 4 or 5, and then by the time you'd had 4 or 5 in the evening, you're only up to about 10, and then after dinner, stay up late, haven't you?
I never got anywhere near 15.
No, neither did I. And there was 2 of us.
No, Bob didn't get anywhere near 15. It was more like 30,
Can I just say,
kind of you share with the elderly gentleman.
Someone meant
The other mistake I made was I'm sure that most of our drinking habits have changed over the years. I can remember without doubt drinking half a case of Heineken at a lunchtime quite easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I don't. The only days I ever drink at lunchtime now are my birthday, Christmas, New Year. That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't drink anything else until about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, maybe, if I have a drink.
When you're on holiday, we do. Or when you pay for the 15 are included.
If it's included, I might think about it. But
no, it worked fine. It did. I mean, I don't think we did go. We never did go over the limit. And of course, all the soft drinks, water, and everything else was not part of your 15, so you could still drink that.
Oh,
as well.
okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. That was just alcohol then.
The biggest problem was lack of changing facilities, wasn't it, Dave?
Yeah, we did struggle. We did struggle. Yes.
You also got your coffee, you fancy coffee, no? With the drink
do that
package.
on your 15 if you want to.
We could have drunk more, but the service was too slow.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
That's a clever way of doing it.
Steve
That's a clever way of doing it.
Blue and white towels, the swimming pool towels. He's taking an extra suitcase for them.
Did you spot mine at Wembley, Dave?
We were looking, Jim. We were looking.
We were looking. We were. Yeah.
I must admit, the only thing I got was a pair of those Princess Cruises flip flops.
Oh right.
And they were too tight on your feet anyway, weren't they?
Yeah.
What? I put them on and couldn't get them off.
Jim, what cabin were you in?
Shh! I'm not telling you.
No, because I've got M530.
No, I was 505, Steve.
A little bit further forward.
Yeah.
Steve, Dave, did you have to wear masks on board?
Inboard, walking about, sitting down for a drink or food inboard, no, and out on deck, no.
Right.
But Pat told me I had to wear one in the cabin, but I don't know why.
But it seems all the different cruise companies are adopting different policies and protocols. But who knows? Yeah, same as P&O. You had to wear them inside. In the theatre, you have to wear them when you wear them.
And the theatre, yeah.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah.
Has anybody heard about one of the carnival ships in the States with coronavirus on board?
No.
I heard that yesterday.
I think I read something yesterday, John.
Yeah, I think there was reported 5 cases, I think.
No, about 20 something, mostly crew, only one passenger and mostly were the crew.
But where's that docked? Is that docked in LA?
No,
I think it's in Caribbean.
South America.
Oh, okay.
Are the crew not vaccinated?
Belize down there somewhere.
Yeah, Bob, the waiter that served us that night when Madam and I went out on our own, I was talking to him, he was Filipino.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that he joined the ship in Cyprus, and when they were in Cyprus, he wasn't allowed out of his cabin for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Strict. Very strict.
Right.
Yeah.
Who remembers these?
I've got one, Mandy.
Yes.
I've got one.
Well, there's a mixed coloured with white.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah!
Oh,
I still got 4 of these. They are now dog towels.
Oh my God!
It's funny you should say that. I've got a yellow one. It's my dog's towel as well.
They got relegated to dog's towels.
They're 40 years old now, I believe.
I've got a blue
Still
one.
going strong.
They made them to last.
They did.
Yeah, there's no holes in this one at all. They were great for packing all your valuables that you'd purloined on your trips.
Yeah.
What you mean? Your bottles of Dom Perignon that you pinched?
So come on, Can I ask a question to Dave and Steve called Spill the Beans? What did you inadvertently take from the ship as souvenirs?
Inadvertently.
Lots of memories, Malcolm. Just lots of memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I nearly took the princess laundry bag, and I thought, no, I'm not doing. I don't need it, so I didn't. But it was close. It was close.
You thought you're certainly not doing the washing.
No Dobie round here, dear. No Nancy Dobie.
You didn't try to take the televisions then, no?
Yeah.
Well, I tried, but they were well fixed.
Oh, I better bring a screwdriver
then. Steve's just going back on board with 3 empty suitcases and a tool bag.
Plus, the good thing is, there's no customs.
No, just walk on, walk off.
So are you taking orders, Steve?
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah. Place them and I'll do my best.
I'll have one of the dressing gowns, Steve.
Yeah, me too. Hey, what's available anyway?
Hey, question for Dave. Did they have a printer on board? Did you have a newspaper, or was everything done on the telly?
There was a printout, wasn't there? The printout came and on the screen as well. Yeah, there was the two things. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I thought it might have been done on closed circuit TV or something for all the entertainment stuff.
All the bar menus.
Yeah, well, that was on there, and it was on your phone. It was on everything, you know. But they did give you a printout, a hard copy as well.
Oh,
wow. All the bar menus were printed out for the different bars.
Oh, really?
Same bar menu in each bar. Each bar had its own different menu.
One thing we did miss out, and sadly, it was on the last day, and I was reading well, they say the princess patter, whatever it was, the princess thing, at 1:30, and they had the swimming pool with a huge big screen. It was a I mean, it was huge. You could play football on the screen. It was a huge thing. I didn't like it because everyone who was sat around the pool could watch the movie, but it was coming through a tannoy system, not on headphones or nothing. So it was quite you didn't have a relaxing time there. But on the schedule, they used to show the movies, and we missed out on it because we went down to Alfredo's, Steve, for our final lunch. Was they had the Who in concert on the screen. I was so disappointed. We should have been up there for it, honestly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. But, yeah, good time. Good time.
Good time.
Never went for pizza.
So, Taffy, you were saying this morning down in the Australian one that you're hoping to go on a European tour as and when. When will that? I mean, obviously, it depends on government legislation, but as soon as it gives you the okay, are you going?
Excuse me. As soon as it looks a little bit better on the continent, there's nothing stopping me from going. You can go across now. It's just the continent needs to be. It's no good me going if they still got lockdowns and stuff like that. So as soon as it looks pretty good on the continent, I'll just go across. Yeah. And it won't make any difference if I don't, because I don't plan that much. I just go in a direction. So if there's a problem in Spain and I'm in Portugal, then I'll go east.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm not worried about booking things because I'm in the Taffmobile, so I'll just pull over in campsites and settle down for a few days.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping October, November, because the last winter was dreadful. I nearly done my head in last winter.
Taffy, do you mind in the convoy that Mandy follows you?
I told you I've got an awning. I just haven't. It's a brand new awning that you put on attach on the side of the Taffmobile, and you can get 2 or 3 people in there. So
that's lying
come along then.
Standing up, there's room for 5 of us.
I want to ask Andy, how is Tracy, Andy?
Yeah, she's fine. She's spending the weekend with her twin boys whose birthday was this weekend, so she's fine.
Oh, wonderful. And
Tracy and I are business partners, really, more than anything else. We're just what we've done. We've bought a flat below her, and we're trying turning this flat into an Airbnb. It's a 2-year project. We're doing it up, and so I've invested some money, and she's invested money, and we're doing this flat up as an Airbnb because, like everyone's saying, that travel abroad is going to be a pain in the arse. So and Airbnbs at the moment in this country, you can get like $2,000 a week for them, like, you know. So, so we're just doing this flat up. That's what we've been doing the last sort of 6 months or so.
Well done, well done.
Good.
And our friend, I want to ask our friend Colin in Bermuda. It is, or is it Nassau?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie, when you come over to the UK, where are you going to be going?
Southend or Leon Sea.
All right, down south coast. Well, you're not far from a lot of the lads there.
Yeah, I don't know many down that way.
Ah, well, I think
it's across the water.
Charlie, you do now. You do.
Southend is across the water. He'd have to come through the Dartford Tunnel and round that way to get to where we are.
Go see Mr. Bacon at Walton on the days.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but that's North Essex.
Okay.
Still Essex, isn't it?
Yeah. Way round, is he?
Closer than London.
It is probably, yeah.
Well, make sure you check into the crew bar when you come over.
I will do, yeah.
Somebody might be around you and meet up, have a meet up.
Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah.
I must say that I added my background for Bobo. Do you see my background, Bobo?
Oh my goodness me. God, do I look different?
You should tell people who's in the picture.
Is that the
Well, I
Trevi
can
Fountain?
see
Yes,
Pat
Trevi
Harper,
Fountain.
the Irish guy on the far right. Just can you bring it up, Colonel? I can't.
Well, I'll get out the way. I'll get out the way.
Hang on. Let's have a look. It's a bit difficult for me to see, but I think that's Pat Harper on the far right. I've got the check shirt.
It is Pat Harper, yeah.
Who's the guy next to me? Is that Katie? PRS.
I think Kevin's dead.
Oh, is Kevin dead? Oh,
I think it's Kevin Prince.
Kevin Prince.
Oh, right.
And the guy next to Kevin Prince, who's that, Colonel?
Well, I'll put the picture on the replay, so you will see it. Yeah.
Oh God, blimey! God, look at this day to be there.
In fact, I'll tell the story. On the trip to Rome, we stopped at this place to take a whiz, and we all get off the bus, and we're all doing it, and all of a sudden, all the women come through the men's room. You remember that, Bobo?
Yeah. Well, look, I'll give you a quick story. Always when I have a whiz, something happens, because when I was in Sydney, and this is a true story, I came back, I was on the Oriana. I don't know whether I think the whole ship knew about it at one stage. I was coming back from the bourbon and beefsteak in the Cross with the boys. I can't remember who was with me. There's about 4 of us, and I needed to have a whiz before I got to the ship. It's about 4 a.m, so I decided to piss into Circular Quay. Well, what happened? The boys said, "Bob, run." I said, "What do you mean, run?" I said, I'm having a piss. Sorry, good language. But what happened was I got arrested by 2 big Aussie policemen, and they took me back to Central Police Station. They beat me up. Seriously, they beat me up. And the next morning, I was in the magistrate's court at 10 o'clock in the morning. The Oriana was sailing at 12. And I thought, oh my God! And I was with all the prostitutes that were herded up from the Cross, and I was in the court for about 2 minutes, and I got fined $25 for indecent behaviour. And you know what? That thing haunted me for the rest of my life, because at one stage I was the licensee of the University of Sydney, and they put me up for it. And then I had to divulge that on my thing. And honestly, the general manager and all of them couldn't stop laughing. True story. Anyway.
Here we are, Bobo. Just to surprise you, here's those two coppers that beat you up.
And no one came to rescue me. The boys just fled up and they just ran off and left me there. I was sort of going to come back and bail me out, but no way. No way. You know who your friends are, guys. You know who your friends are.
Or not.
John?
Yeah.
You think?
What? Oh, it's time. Yeah, it's time. Yeah.
You got the line on.
No, don't, because we, Adrian, before we go, is there one little story you want to tell us about when you got arrested wherever it was around the world?
Nope.
Which one?
Anyone will be fine.
Well, yeah, do you remember Bob Whitmore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr.
Bob
Silver's
Whitmore,
passed now.
David Tapping, me and Tony Desborough.
Yeah.
We were all ashore in Durban, and Miss Tapping, in his wisdom, I said, who's going to, we had two waiters, and I said, who's going to give them the tip? So which one's going to have the tip? So Dave Tapping got this 100, whatever it was, currency note, and tore it in half and said, give them fucking half each. And with that, the barman saw this and they called the police. And we had to explain to the police that we were English and we didn't understand what had happened. And we were in the back of a van for 40 minutes. And then they eventually, they let us go. And when we had, I think it was about an hour and a half before the ship sailed. That was an Oriana.
Wow, flipping it. Well, I'm glad we asked that, Adrian, because you wouldn't have slept tonight and we wouldn't have known about it.
Yeah, I'd have probably still been banged up in South Africa.
Yeah, but you loved it in the back of the van.
Yeah.
And the RP police are people you don't mess with.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yes, Steve.
We need Colin's story.
Colin, oh, for goodness sake, Colin, we've been building up for this. Before the traffic lights come on. In fact, Colin, go ahead.
Right, can I have everybody's attention then? Everybody's attention and silence, please. I have a gag for you. Hopefully you haven't heard it before, but those of you who have, well, here we go. Okay, so all listening carefully, are we? Say yes, Colin.
Yes, Colin.
Thank you. So,
or should we say yes, mother?
yes, mother. Yes. So this Indian brave boy, we get this? American Indians, yes? He goes up to his dad and says, Dad, why is my sister called Moon Rising? And he says, well, when she was born, the moment she was born, I looked out of the teepee and the moon was rising. So therefore, I named her Moon Rising. Oh, Dad, that's really, really good. That's really nice. So, Dad, why is my brother called Rising Sun? Ah, he says, when your brother was born, I looked out of the teepee and moments later, the sun was rising. So I called him Rising Sun. He said, why all the questions? He said, why am I called Two Dogs Fucking? Sorry, if you've heard it before, I'm sorry.
It's the way you tell them. It's a wee cracker.
Okay. Very briefly, it's Adrian here. Very briefly, that 2 bears were scavenging on a rubbish dump, and one said to the other, "You know, you said you'd found that salty flavoured bubble gum." He said, "I've just found the wrapper."
And as we say, back next week with a brand new show.
Okay, guys.
Everybody, don't forget the usual. We start waving and the Colonel will start playing the music. And before you know it, we've all disappeared till next week. But
Okay, have a
thanks
good
again
week.
for all
Bye-bye,
coming
everybody.
in.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.
To, you know, wherever. It's fantastic.
Peace,
All right.
everyone.
Cheers to all.
See you guys.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Bye bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, this is Oscar from Ollie's Pockets with Oscar Tales. Sometimes the old stories are the best. May I share with you one tale told by some cargo ship captain or deck officer from the 1950s. A masterly letter from the bridge. To head office. Dear Sir, I write in haste in order that you can consider an incident currently affecting my ship in its proper perspective, and before you will form any preconceived opinions from reports in the media, for I am certain they will tend to over-dramatize the affair. We had just embarked the pilot, and the cadet had returned from changing the G for the H flag, and being his first voyage, was having difficulty in properly rolling up the G flag. I therefore proceeded to instruct him, and coming to the last part, told him, "Let go." The lad, although willing, is not too bright, and I had to repeat myself in a sharper tone. The chief officer in the chart room overheard the instruction, and assuming I was referring to the anchors, repeated the "let's go" to the third officer on the forecastle. The effect of dropping the port anchor from the pipe while the ship was proceeding at full harbour speed proved too much for the windlass brake, and the entire length of the cable was pulled out by the roots. I fear the damage to the chain locker must be extensive. The braking effect naturally caused the ship to sheer to port in the direction of a swing bridge that spans a tributary to the river of which we were proceeding. The swing bridge operator showed great presence of mind by opening the bridge for my ship. Unfortunately, he did not think to stop the vehicular traffic, and with the bridge partly open, a Volkswagen, 2 cyclists, and a refuse truck were deposited on the foredeck. In his efforts to stop the progress of the ship, the third officer dropped the starboard anchor. Too late to be of practical use, as it fell on the control cabin of the swing bridge. Up to now, I have confined my report to the activities at the forward end of my ship, but there were certain repercussive difficulties aft. At the same time the port anchor was dropped, the second officer was supervising the securing of the tug and was lowering the towing spring to her. The sudden braking effect of the port anchor caused the tug to run in under the stern of my ship, just at the moment when the propeller was answering my double ring full astern. The prompt action of the second officer in making fast the inboard end of the towing spring delayed the sinking of the after tug by some minutes and allowed the safe evacuation of her crew. I am constantly amazed by the behavior of foreigners during moments of minor tension. The pilot, for instance, is at this moment huddled in the corner of my cabin, alternately crooning to himself and crying, having consumed the best part of a bottle of gin, the cost of which I shall exclude from my entertaining allowance. While the tug's master reacted so violently that he had to be restrained by the chief steward and is now handcuffed in the ship's hospital. The third officer, after his hurried evacuation of the forecastle, encountered some difficulty in obtaining the names and addresses of the drivers and insurance companies of the two vehicles on my foredeck. But these details are now to hand or enclosed in order that we can claim for the damage against the railings of number 1 hold. I am closing this preliminary report, for I find it difficult to retain my concentration against the sound of police cars and their flashing lights. Yours faithfully, Master. P.S. Had the cadet realized that there is no need to fly the pilot flags after dark, none of this would have happened. Unfortunately, no reply from head office has ever been recorded. Well,